We're here with another episode of Conversations and Connections, the official podcast of the Family Crisis Center of East Texas. I'm Stuart Burson, the prevention coordinator for the agency. And for this episode, we're back. We've been here before at the Brown Family Health Center talking with Gary Roberts. Gary, I'll say you've been busy lately. I don't think there is a time when you're not busy doing something.
It's always something.
Well, real quick, before we kind of get onto the topic we want to talk about, I know you've been on the podcast before, but just if you can real quick, tell me just a little bit about Brown Family Health Clinic and what you specifically do here.
Okay, the Brown Family Health Center, we are a primary health care facility, so that means we see any and everybody from babies to elderly. We provide specifics, especially for HIV STDs. We also do a lot of work with those who are living with HIV for those residents within Deep East Texas, 12 counties.
Okay, all right.
So what I do, I wear many hats here. But I love it. This is more than just my job. This is my ministry.
Okay. All right.
So,
well, and again, you always like to talk about your garden, and we're here in a conference room, and we got the window open, looking out onto the community garden that you
Serenity
have here.
Garden. Yes.
Serenity Garden.
Serenity Garden.
And very, very nice. I love that, the gazebo and all the different things you have growing out there. It's really great.
Yes, that's a labor of love. It's an ongoing project. So we're blessed to be able to have it. This is for our community.
Right.
Yeah. For our community.
Well, the reason that we're here today to talk is you have in the works coming up in August. I don't know what the official name of it is. I call it the Teen Summit because that's kind of how we've been talking about. Mm-hmm. But tell me, first of all, I guess, what is the Teen Summit? What is this that you really have planned?
Okay, our NAC in Action Coalition, which is our community mobilization committee or initiative for the Brown Family Health Center, we are having our 10th annual Teen Summit. Back in the day when we first started it, we came up with a catchphrase that youth brought up. They called it "Keep It 100." They really stress "Keep It 100."
Okay.
Keep It 100. That's the way kids talk.
Okay.
And so that's what we named it, the Keep It 100 Teen Summit.
Okay.
But my understanding now, through talking to some of the teens, they don't use that term much anymore. But we're going to use it one last time.
So I guess it's Keep It 100?
Keep It 100.
Okay.
The way the kids say it.
Right,
Keep it
100.
100.
Okay.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Just keep it real.
Okay.
Keep it real.
All right.
Yeah, real talk. Real talk.
All right. Well, and so right before me, I have here a sheet of paper that says the 10th annual. And I know in recent years, I don't think you haven't been able to have it. It's been crazy couple of years. We've had COVID and all of that. And
with COVID, we couldn't do it.
Right.
Couldn't do a whole lot of much of nothing.
Right.
COVID. But things that we were looking to try to have it last year, but then there was some COVID, spikes.
Sure.
Still lingering around. So we decided just to not do it and try to really push it strong for 2023.
Okay, but this is something that's happened in the past.
Yes,
you've done before. Well, tell me, I guess, first of all, tell me why you decided you wanted to hold this Teen Summit. What at first initiated you or inspired you to do this, and why are you keeping up with this today?
Well, our youth of today, a lot of them are being misinformed about some things that are going on. A lot of our teens are just getting caught up in the flow, caught up with different things. It's a lot going on with our teens. A lot of teens, for peer pressure, the want to fit in with their peers, and there's just a lot of misinformation out there.
Okay.
And people are still having sex, young people having sex. And I tell young people all the time, you're not ready for sex. But there again, they feel like they are. But
right.
when you begin to have sex, you enter the adult world. And there's a lot of things that are going on with that. A lot of consequences. One time you can get a baby. One time you can get an STD. God forbid, one time after having unprotected sex, you can get HIV, the virus that causes AIDS.
Well, young people, I just don't think they have the mental capacity or the fortitude they want to have sex, but they don't know the consequences of
Right.
it, or at
There
that
you go.
moment in the lack for a better word, the heat of the moment,
Right.
they don't think about
No, they don't. No, and
what
yeah,
is going to happen afterwards, or
yeah,
what could possibly happen
in
afterwards.
talking with youth, sex is just something that they do.
Yeah,
No, it could be. It's not something. Friends with benefits. That's the way they feel, and they're just some. It's just something
right.
to do. To
So,
pass time.
so this is going to be in August,
Yes.
Saturday, August the 12th. It's
Yes.
going to be at SFA. Let's go over a little bit about what you plan on talking to these kids about. How is it going to be structured? Are there going to be breakout sessions? Or I'm assuming I kind of have a little bit of inside knowledge. I know
Yes,
there's going to be
yes.
some presenters, and you've kindly asked us to present. What are some of the topics that you're going to be covering in this?
We're going to be talking about teen pregnancy, HIV, STD prevention, bullying, sexting, social media, gang violence, and vaping.
Okay. All big things.
All things relative to teens.
Something that I guess I can relate to, being in the line of work that I'm in, and why you kind of contacted me to do this. I don't think there's a school that I've ever presented to, or a school administrator that I've never spoken with, that they don't say that sexting is such a big problem on their campuses.
Yes, it is.
And it's not just the high schools
Right.
now. It's even at the middle schools.
Yes.
And of course, I know a little bit about the vaping also. And it's it's kind of a sad situation. I know the vaping is, they may not come out and say it, but it is marketed to youth,
Yes.
I believe.
Yes, it is.
And, under the guise of it being safer than cigarettes.
Right, right.
And, I've heard doctors say, look, if you're a smoker, go to vaping because it is better than smoking. But if you're not a smoker, don't even think about starting to vape.
No.
If you're not doing any of it, don't start.
No.
No,
vaping has a lot of consequences. It has addictive qualities that a lot of our young people are just not. They don't
Exactly.
understand.
Exactly.
No, they just think it's cool.
Right, and that's all is the thing to do right now. And and then of course now, and I'm sure it's like this everywhere, but I know in East Texas, you can't hardly go anywhere and not see a vape shop.
Right. They're
Now,
on. Yes, they're all over.
Right, it's a big business.
Yes, it is.
So, who do you have lined up for presenters? We talked about some of the things that you're going to be talking to these kids about and presenting on. Who's going to do all of this?
We have various presenters coming in from around the area. We're going to have you, of course, talking about sexting. We got people coming in talking about what the Alcohol and Drug Abuse Council. They have a representative that's coming in to talk with our young people about the vaping. We have our colleagues here who are going to come in and be talking about HIV, STD, doing a presentation. We're going to have someone from the nursing staff. She's a good friend of ours, Lauren Gaudette. She's lined up someone to talk to us about teen pregnancy.
Okay. Excellent. Do you know about how many teens do you think would you expect to be here? Do you have any idea of a number you're shooting for, or what to expect?
As always, we want to have at least 100 teens. We hadn't reached that level yet, but we're always going to have that as our goal. The more teens, the better, but we have to have a manageable group because we have volunteers who come in to assist us, making sure everybody stays inside. And with the times that we're living in now, we're going to have some men, like some security on site, just to kind of keep things, just watching, to keep everybody safe, keep everybody in the building, in the gymnasium.
Okay, and that was going to be so we said this was going to be Saturday, August the 12th at SFA. Where's it going to be at?
It's going to be at the Sheldon Gym. That's over on the campus. We're going to have signs. You can come in on College Street, not College, but what is that? Logan Sport, and then come in over there by the president's office, president's house.
Is it? what's close to the student rec center?
Yes,
Is it's
it's
kind of
right
a little
next
bit
door.
next door to
Yeah,
that?
it's
So
next door to
okay,
the Student Recreation Center.
okay.
They've graciously allowed us to come in. This is our third year there. We did have it at the Boys and Girls Club in the beginning, but we wanted to move it because a lot of the older young people felt like, oh, that's a kiddie place. So we wanted to really target
Okay.
our younger, high school, junior high kids.
Well, I guess that was we're calling. Okay, you're calling it a teen summit, so I'm assuming then you're looking for 13 and up. What's your target
13
audience
to
here?
18 is our target, but
Okay.
I've had some parents to ask me, well, my son is 11, 12. If you want to come with him, bring him, because our young people are learning a lot about this stuff early.
Right.
And if we can help them, if we can educate them, regardless of how young they are,
Sure.
I think 11 should be our cutoff because they're just some things we're
Well,
going to be talking about.
Well, and that's what I was about to say. I know, you're asking me to come talk to about sexting and consent and age of consent laws and all of that. And the presentation I do, the way I present it, it's kind of I'm pretty in your face
Yeah.
and
And that's
real
what-
with these kids.
Yes.
You can't really sugarcoat
Exactly.
things. When you're
Exactly.
you're going to talk about different sexual acts and the consequences and consent, and we're not going to hide anything.
No,
you know.
and that's what we have to. These young people are privy through their peers. They know a whole lot more than we think they know about
Right.
these various topics that we're going to be discussing.
Well, right. And I always hate to sound like an old man, but
Yes.
A 13-year-old today probably knows a whole lot more than
whole
I did
lot.
probably when I was 16.
Exactly.
Back in the
Exactly.
80s.
Yes.
And so I think this is important for our young people to be exposed to this and be educated with all of this. Here at the clinic, you really do a lot of focusing on STDs and things like that. Do you see a lot of teens and young people come through here?
Oh yes. Yes, we see a lot of teens coming through because they're scared. They're having some issues, and they're scared.
Right.
But that's the consequences of having unprotected sex.
Right.
But that's something, like I said, they're not ready for that emotionally.
Sure.
So yeah, we see a lot of young people here.
Yes. So if somebody's interested in registering their child for this, or I guess I shouldn't say child, their teen for this, what do they need to do? Who do they contact? And how do they get registered up for this?
Okay, they can come by our agency here at the Brown Family Health Center and pick up a flyer that we have. We were trying to do this paperless by we have a QR code on the flyer, and we were just asking young people to click on that QR code with their phone, and they can go straight to the registration. But that wasn't happening, and I was out there working Saturdays trying to get young people. Okay, we want you to register for this. We want you to come to this, but we just weren't getting the numbers that we needed, and we had a deadline because we needed to order T-shirts, needed to order food. So that's why this was originally scheduled for April 15th.
Sure.
But we had to postpone it because we just wasn't getting the numbers that we needed for its registration.
Right. And is there a fee for this?
This is totally free.
Okay.
Everything is free. We're going to provide them breakfast, lunch. We're going to provide them with a T-shirt at the end, snacks throughout. We just want them to come. We don't want them to be worried about being hungry. We want them to come ready to receive information that's going to be pertinent to them. Because, like I said, there's a lot going on with our teens.
Okay. So if anybody's interested, if they want more information, if they're listening to this and they don't know where to go, can they just contact you here at the
contact me at the
Brown Family Health Center?
Yes, they can contact me here. I'll even give my cell phone.
Okay.
Because there again, this is how important this is to me. Because these are our babies, and we love them, and we want them to be safe.
Yeah.
We don't want them getting involved with a lot of the things that our young people are getting involved with.
Right.
As adults, we want them to have a good life, as all parents.
Sure.
But sadly, there are a lot of our youth who are being involved with a lot of different things and a lot of dangerous things. But if we can try to get them, just give them the information.
Right.
So that they can make better informed decisions when
Yeah.
it comes to their sexual health, overall health. It's so important.
All right. So what's that number? If somebody wants to call for more information and get more information about the Teen Summit, what can they do?
Okay, they can call 936
Okay.
553 1293.
All right. Gary, thank you so much. I know you're really busy. I see you at a lot of coalition meetings and whatnot, and you're coming and going and,
Yes, sir.
and everything. You got a lot going on. But I do appreciate you taking some time this morning to let me come over here and talk to you about this very important thing. Again, this is the 10th annual Teen Summit.
Keep it 100.
Okay, I'm glad you said it because I was going to make an attempt, but no, it's better coming from you.
Yes.
And again, you can call Gary Roberts here at the Brown Family Health Center for more information on that. Again, that's going to be on Saturday, August the 12th.
From 10 to 2.
10 to 2
10 a.m.
at
to 2.
the Shelton Gym on the SFA campus. Gary, I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you.
Thanks
sir.
a lot.
God bless.
And as always, if you feel like you need our assistance from the Family Crisis Center for something that's going on in your life, you can give us a call at 1-800-828-7233. That's a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week hotline. And be sure to subscribe to Conversations and Connections. And this is through Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, any podcast service of your choice. Be that voice, if not for you, for someone else.